Hey everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem 7 Hector Mode Intended Ranks. If you're wondering, why did we skip the Merlinus Gaiden? We didn't. It's over here. We uploaded it on Monday. Go check it out. Hello everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem 7 Hector Mode Intended Ranks, Chapter 14, False Friends. Last chapter was route in 7 turns. This chapter is just route. I don't know how many turns we're going to take. Altissimo, how's it going today?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for this chapter. We get all of our units deployed for this chapter. I don't know why you would ever undeploy someone. We get to recruit Urk with Sarah today. We get to kill Eric. We get to fight Pegasus Knights that threaten to fly back to their forts across the ocean with rain falling down if you weaken them too much. We get Merlinus. We have a convoy now to work with. We have battle preps so we can rearrange our items. Lots of good stuff going on.
Yep. Yeah, finally, some of the most, we actually get to start using strategy and stuff to prepare for a chapter instead of just playing with what we got. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, so I remember in this chapter, there are a couple spots where you can put scrubs and they can just do fine enough on their own where they don't need much help, like besides maybe another scrub. Like the right portion of the map with the soldiers and the knights, and maybe the upper portion where Lowen just rescued Urk for some reason. And then there's the middle part where I never feel safe unless I'm throwing Marcus or Osmond at everything.
Yeah, Marcus is going to help us out with the middle part. That basically he gets set up to kill a couple enemies from the start so that the scrub squad has an easier time killing the rest of the enemies that are there. So that's what Marcus is going to do on his way down to the village to get Priscilla, is just make things safer for the other guys.
But that's interesting that you're doing what I would call like an old strategy. I guess it's the most sincere, the most nicest way I can put it. Because I think that's what a lot of the old guys would recommend, is send Marcus to the village to get Priscilla. And nowadays it's fairly common knowledge. Nice level up, Partray. Nowadays it's pretty common knowledge that you don't have to do that. You can just make sure to kill the brigands and then the village won't get destroyed and Priscilla will join you at the end anyway. And that means you can spare Marcus for the middle part, which is usually the more difficult part for combat, where you will want Marcus the most. And but yeah. you still sent Marcus there, I guess, because you don't want him to get more XP after he's done it at the start.
A couple reasons, actually. I do know about the Priscilla thing. That's not new knowledge to me. But that being said, since part of my personal goal is to get all the treasure in the villages and everything, I felt like skipping it just because you get the reward anyway is kind of like going against what I had, even though it makes more sense. So it was kind of a point of pride, honestly, to get someone down there.
It's another flex. I like it. I dig it.
It is. But apart from that, Marcus does help weaken some of these enemies for the scrub squad, and the scrub squad is able to, do what they need to do even without Marcus there full time. So it ends up working out regardless. Like you just saw, we had Rebecca kill a mercenary, which is a heck of a thing.
Exactly, with 6 damage. If she had 1 less strength, she wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, exactly, which is why I wanted early strength and speed level ups on her.
That makes sense. So usually I just move Sarah twice and recruit Urk. Why are you doing this maneuver with Lowen instead?
Good question.
Because I noticed like a quirk with Urk's AI where he'll mess things up for you sometimes, depending on whether you play Limbo or not. I don't remember the specifics, and I thought it might be that, but is it just?
It might be.
Okay.
I don't honestly. This was long enough ago that I don't remember if I tried it without picking him up first, or maybe I just got in the habit of doing that because I didn't want him to risk messing up the run in any way. Maybe just to be safe, I was like, you know what, we're just gonna start by doing that.
I mean, yeah, and if it works, it works. But I don't know if this works though. Urk is like, I guess he can't have some success if he's not one-running soldiers. I forgot this was an untrained Urk. Is never one-running any of these soldiers.
Yep, and that's the key. But finding a good formation for this turn did take a little bit of maneuvering.
Yeah, usually my formation for these soldiers is Hector.
Oops, I accidentally hit speed up
no.
on my controller when I was doing that. You didn't miss much.
I mean, we saw Barsha doubling an enemy. Like, I would feel pretty insulted if I was him, but I get it. I get why you wouldn't want to restart a recording over that, but hey, fair enough. So this is usually what bogs down the chapter for me, is instead of killing all these soldiers in one round, only one of them is going to die to Marcus of all people, and now they're kind of stuck in front. And because I usually want to advance either Marcus or maybe Hector or Oswin towards Eric before the rain begins, so I can get started on that group of enemies before they have like 2 move each.
Yeah, that's the logical way to play. But the problem is that actually, if I do that, if I lure him before the rain, which I know how to do and I've done that in the past, if I do that, then that means we're gonna have to kill him quickly, probably, which means we're missing out on some reinforcements.
Oh, right. So your objectives don't align with my usual objectives. That's true.
Yeah.
I usually try to avoid the reinforcements. That's why I was like, I have to do that. Because there's really no time limit on the chapter or anything besides the tactics rank. So that makes a lot of sense. And
Yeah.
I guess
And,
this way you can feed the soldiers to wherever you want. I guess that helps too.
Yeah. And you know, having trained people like Rebecca, now that they can actually do some reasonable damage as opposed to, I don't know, less damage, it makes it a little easier to set up kills for everyone. So we can just kind of kill people as we want, and then while slowly progressing westward in order to get Eric in range.
I don't remember exactly when the rain starts, but I'm guessing you're gonna miss that deadline. And then we get reinforcements from, I think there's brigands from the mountains up north, there's pirates from the south, and at some point there's gonna be Pegasus Knights from the south. It looks like the fighters are ready to defend Myrnus from the incoming Pegasus Knights. What you usually do too, it can be a little sketch because someone has slim lances, they can like double encrypt Barcher or something silly like that. Lowen is trapped in an unviable position behind in a village. His 7 move has been reduced to 0 by a single armor knight.
Armor Knight's best class, apparently. Yes, he is just sitting here, getting the Iron Blade, and then just hoping to kill this knight before it kills him.
Eventually. I mean, if you take like 3 rounds to kill the guy, at least that's more chip experience, I guess. And I remember if you do kill this Armor Knight, there's always going to be another enemy behind him, like a mercenary and a brigand. You can be forced into some awkward weapon triangle situations with people like Lowen, where he's going to have to face weapon triangle disadvantage no matter what you do. So I guess, in a way, being stuck behind his Armor Knight is a blessing in disguise for him.
Well, the Merc moved, so he's not actually going to be he's not going to be fighting anyone after he kills the Armor Knight. But I have had that happen in the past, and it's super annoying when that happens.
For sure. And I guess if you kill Eric, then that stops reinforcements, so we don't want that. But
right.
You do want to make progress towards him in the meanwhile, I'm assuming. So maybe just do that while it's raining, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, two squares per turn is not exactly the epitome of a fast progress, but it suffices. And I set up some really weird stuff with Sarah that I think is kind of funny. You'll see that in like a turn or two. So that I can have Sarah keep healing people despite the fact that she can only move 2 squares in the rain.
Like the way you went about killing this archer with the scrub squad. Normally you think, oh, this archer's defenseless. I'm going to hit him with my 1-range squad first, like Eliwood and Guy. I'm going to try and do it in the least attacks possible. Instead, just like Rebecca goes first and Eliwood goes after for chip that Guy didn't even need. That's efficiency right there.
Yeah. Efficient EXP grinding. If you want to call it that.
Yeah. We can call it that. We can call it aggressive turtling. We can call it optimization. We can call it Zora maneuvers, whatever you want. We're buying heals, but I'm guessing no weapons from the armory.
I think I did get a fire totem though, because he comes with thunder.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't. No, I think we do buy weapons from the armory. I don't remember what, but we'll see that later on. Yeah, here's where the first part of the funny bit where Sarah just like travels backwards to heal Bartray, but then Matthew moves in such a way that next turn she can heal Matthew.
That's good. I remember because you start off with no rain in this chapter, like everyone who never played this game might be wondering why am I talking about rain so much? Like there's no rain here. But the issue I sometimes face when talking about the difficulty in this chapter is that once it starts raining, our units are like out of position. It's very hard to get them back in a way that's favorable to you if they can only move 1 or 2 squares per turn. And so your unit's going to end up being trapped behind enemy lines or surrounded or unable to get out of range. And it can be very awkward, but looks like Sarah's position at least has been thought out with that in mind.
Yeah, not everyone else has been. there's a couple that like I can set up some favorable positionings. Also love Oswin and the Merc having a miss off over there. But for the most part, Sarah was really the only one I was concerned about since we really do want our healer to heal every turn. Where possible. So I wanted to set things up for that. But everyone else is just kind of like, they'll do what they can.
Yep. And now the rain sets. Yeah, there's some rain setting, and now everyone has 2 move. I think Flyers still have 3. I want to say Nomads still have 3, but I think enemy Cavaliers have 2. Marcus has 2. Fun little trivia fact, though, is that the village with Priscilla in it, I think the tile that you visit the village on still lets you move 3 tiles if you're on it, so you get a little bit extra movement there. But other than that, everyone's just kind of stuck where they are, especially Lowen, who's like mounted units are especially affected by terrain. So Lowen is going to be stuck in that place until the rain stops.
Yeah. Oh, and since you were saying about the village tile allowing for 3 movement, you may have glossed over it because you were talking, but Bartray also moved 3 tiles because he went across the bridge.
Oh, what a gamer.
So.
Bartray levels up movements on the bridge. Gotcha.
Yep. Best unit, best stat. So, yeah, Marcus and Lowen not being able to do much of anything is annoying, but that's what the rain does. I mean, I can't beat it if I want to grind the reinforcements, so all I have to do is find a way to play around it.
Shoutouts to the Cavalier enemy that took a trip to the beach to drink his vulnerary, and then he just is stuck on the beach because he can't get back to the player units now that it started raining, so he just keeps on draining his vulnerary.
Yup.
Well, actually,
and there were... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it's actually the AI is like heal until you're above the healing threshold, so he's always gonna use that vulnerary, but the way he moved was just very funny to me.
Yeah. It's funny, he's just like desperately trying to do anything over here and just failing at everything. So you can see I'm not attacking the Pegasus Knights first, I'm letting them attack me, which is part of why I have Dorcas and Bartray positioned where they were, and this goes for the previous ones too, this is happening all over the chapter. Because, as Mecca said, if you get one of these pegs to 2 low HP, they will go back to the fort and heal, which is just going to take extra time because you're still going to have to kill them, but you're going to have to wait for them to get above that healing threshold and then come back. Also, more speed on Bartray. I thought I was getting blessed with him. It turns out he doesn't stay that way.
There's Priscilla. I think the threshold for healing in this chapter for enemies is 33% of their health, or 30%, one of those two. So one hit from Bartray or Dorcas would send them there. And I guess even if they didn't have that AI, it would still be nice to let them attack you first, because I think it gives you better chances for like being able to kill them over 2 or 3 rounds of combat, over 2 turns. But so even if you're like 2-shotting them above the healing threshold, it would still be nice to do it this way.
Yeah, in general, it's like if you're gonna kill an enemy in 2 turns, it's better to let them have the first hit on you.
Yes.
Minimizes your chance of death and counterattacks. That's just like strategic play in general. But in this case, it also serves the purpose of making sure they can't go back to the forts.
Yeah, because then you're gonna be out a lot of turns if they manage to get there. It looks like Eric does not need our help to start advancing, but he's still doing it very slowly in a way where it would be very trivial to just have Hector and Oswin move a little bit forward and just take on the first hit. Is that the plan?
I believe so. We'll have to see what happens. But yeah, Hector, Oswin are some of the people that are the best suited to fight Eric. Not Osmond so much as for killing him, but at least for preventing, like, not taking massive amounts of damage or anything like that.
Yeah, in the old times, we would call Oswin like a mini Jagan because he's at a higher level than most people, but he doesn't actually kill anything in one round unless it's like a really slow, weighed down Steel Axe Brigand or something. And so he's really good for setting up kills for even the worst units. I think there's probably enemy types that he cannot combine kills on, even with like Rebecca. Like, it depends on the enemy type, but usually a Cavalier that's weakened by Oswin can be killed by Eliwood or Guy, or maybe if he's lucky, Rebecca.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of ways that Oswin can help out with maximizing EXP, especially in this kind of run. So yeah, I get the mini Jagan quote. I don't know if I really care about that, but and I know that you're not a huge fan of that either, Mecca.
I've mellowed out over the term because I get what it's going for, but I do think we don't need to overclassify every single Fire Emblem unit in every single box that we can make up in our minds. We can just call them Oswin.
Yeah, that's why I don't care. So yeah, Oswin tanked the first hit against Eric and is helping weaken these calves, or at least one calf. So, and so I think that the raid's about to run out next turn. I think so. We're gonna, have things pretty well set up. Yep. Okay. That most of the enemies are near our units, which suddenly have explosive movement.
Yeah, I was about to say this is always the scary moments because sure, when it's raining, you can run away from them with your 2 move, and they can never catch up to you with their 2 move. But then it stops raining, and they have 7 move, and we have 5, and we're right next to them.
Yeah, we're gonna thin the herd a little bit here. Thin the horde. I don't remember which term is correct here in this turn a little bit to make things easier, though.
Yeah, so you can kill 1, but it looks like I think maybe Osman plus Eliwood could get Eric if we're lucky, but then Eliwood is in range of so much shit. I'd be scared.
Again.
Again.
Yep, that's what we're doing.
Oh, that's so scary. Like, if he misses, he's just dead. Even if he doesn't miss, there's like a Cav, and Myrmidon, and 2 Brigands. I don't think Eliwood's level ups have been that great either, but I think he might have defense. Oh god, he's so trash. He has like no stats yet.
No. I wish he had gotten stats, but I couldn't really set that up.
Yeah, because again, you're not RNG burning for good level ups or anything. There's been no arrow wiggling so far. It's just try to do this turn in several orders to try and get the best level ups, right?
Basically. Actually, I didn't talk about it. There were a couple places where I had to burn RNs near the beginning of 13x. Just because, like, clearly I had burned one when I was routing the chapter, but I don't know where, so I just had to, like, manually burn one and make it really obvious in order to make sure the RNG lined up with what I had written down.
Yeah, so like an accidental arrow move somewhere. That was just natural, trying to get somewhere. I mean, at least Hollywood's like RNG versus Brigands isn't that bad. I think its hit rates, he's facing is like 30 to 40, but the Cav's got to have at least 70, if not more.
Probably.
But I guess if just the Cavs hit him, like he's not that quickly dying. I think he would have to get hit by every enemy there to die, so it's not that bad. I wouldn't feel bad about this enemy phase too much.
Okay, yeah, and one of the Cav goes for Matthew anyway, who's a better target, so that's less of an issue, yeah. So yeah, I mean, if he had gotten hit by either of the Brigands, it would have been a problem, but he did get hit by both the Merc and the Cav and didn't die, so.
All good. I think this is a turn you can wrap it up. I think every enemy is in range of being killed at this point.
I believe so, yeah. What turn turn did I finish?
You usually flash the turn count, I think. Yeah. Okay.
No, that was just in Lin mode because I needed to know what turn I was on for that one last chapter. No, but the descriptions of my old videos have the turn counts, so I took 9 turns on this chapter.
Yes.
No LTC by any means, of course, especially because the rain is annoying. But I did get all the reinforcements.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like a good turn count to me. If you're balancing for multiple objectives, like if a low turn count run would be just about turn count, but this is about turn count and experience and everything else. So that's like. I want to say like 5 turns over the absolute lowest turn count you can get in this chapter. It's pretty good. I don't remember. I think for the absolute lowest turn count, you have to like have Marcus kill that one Brigand up on the mountain with some AI minute or something crazy like that. That's like the absolute minimum you can do.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know all the LTC strats for this anyway.
I mean, who cares? That just uses Marcus and feeds experience to good units. We wouldn't want that. We want to see Hollywood grow into nothing.
we want to see the shitters get levels.
Unironically, this.
And that was funny to me that there was one comment in the first video that was something like, "I sure do love ranked where I can use all the shit units that I don't want to use and bench everyone that I actually want to use." It's like, yeah, you do got to do that. There's no getting around that.
Alright, that's gonna do it for chapter 14. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time for another route in a limited turn count chapter. See ya!
Bye!